Research shows that unemployment contributes to suicide, but it doesn't cause it. Because so many people are out of work in Michigan, there is a growing problem with people taking their own lives. If you feel you have a problem, we'll have a way you can get help at the end of this story. But first, NBC 25's Joel Feick reports on how one area mom is helping others.
Her life hasn't been easy, but when a mom from Mount Pleasant lost her son to suicide, Alice GARON-LABONTE knew she had to speak out about it. Specifically about the relationship between unemployment and suicide. About 7 years ago, her 47-year-old son Norman quit his job and was ready to take another job when that job fell through. He was depressed and struggled to find work, so he killed himself.
The note he left was, "I love all you guys, but I've had enough. If there's a later, I'll see you then." If we had known and understood what he was going through, we would be able to offer hope and help.
A local suicide prevention group made a quilt with victims. They tell us Brian Wolfram from Saginaw lost his job, then took his life. Daniel Howie from Bridgeport was also let go from his job. Same with John Osland from Bay City. They ended their lives too. The Suicide Prevention Resource Center says it's now the leading cause of death for men aged 45 to 54. The founder of a local suicide support group says there is help available. And yes, it's okay to talk about it.
Talking about it does not make it happen. Talking about it makes it a place to share. Unemployment in itself does not cause suicides, but it can be one of the factors.
Smith says if you have a problem after losing your job or are struggling in life, don't keep it a secret. She had 2 suicides in her own family and has been leading a suicide support group for 24 years.
After the fact, I don't think it's important how people died. I think it's important how are we going to live. So when I lost my brother, I think the most important thing for someone to say to me is, how can I help you live, Barb? What can I do to help you? The details are painful. They're private. It's not shameful.
Alice says 11 months after her son Norman took his life, another son, Gregory, did the same thing. She says suicide is preventable and that people need to stop being so judgmental.
I almost didn't make it myself. I got so lost, not in my grief, but in their pain of what they must have been through. It took me a while to get out of that. But I knew I had to be a voice.
1 million people attempt suicide a year. So we have to talk about it because it's not going to go away.
Joel Feick, NBC 25 News.
Thank you, Joel. And if someone you know needs help, please call the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline at 800-273-TALK. If you'd like to contact Barb Smith, email her at sosbarb@aol.com. And we will have more information on our website, mynbcnews.com.